Preservation Texas is excited to announce our plans to acquire an incredibly historic 10-acre campus in Tehuacana, Texas. Known as College Hill, this is the site where Trinity University was originally founded in 1869. In the coming years, we plan to transform this campus into the Preservation Texas Institute, which will be a statewide center for preservation education, training, research, and engagement. The town of Tehuacana is located 85 miles south of Dallas and 40 miles northeast of Waco. It's situated at the highest elevation between Dallas and Houston, and in the statewide vote of 1850, Tehuacana was actually runner-up to be chosen as the location for the capital of Texas. Although it's a very small town, Tehuacana is steeped in history. In this video, I'll give you a brief look at the history of College Hill in Tehuacana and also share our big plans for the future. Trinity University was established by the Cumberland Presbyterian Church in Tehuacana in 1869 on land that was donated by a Texas Revolution veteran named John Boyd. In the early years of the university, Boyd's own home, pictured here, was actually used as classroom space until the main building could be completed in 1873. That building, now known as Texas Hall, still stands today, though it's in significant disrepair now. This picture depicts the original portion of Texas Hall, which housed classrooms, meeting rooms, offices, laboratories, a library, and an auditorium. By 1892, significant alterations had been made to Texas Hall, including the addition of 2 3-story towers and a bell tower at the east end, as well as a full 4th-story mansard roof addition with dormer windows, pictured here. In 1902, Trinity University decided to relocate to Waxahachie. After they left, their Tehuacana campus became home to another school called Westminster College. This was a Methodist Protestant school originally from Collin County, Texas. Westminster College added several new facilities to the campus, including a 3-story women's dormitory building built around 1912, that's known as Louisiana Hall, as well as a wooden gymnasium completed in 1933. And both of these buildings are still standing today. In 1942, Westminster College merged with Southwestern University from Georgetown, and Southwestern's president wanted to transform the Tehuacana campus into more of a vocational college. So around that time, they also added metal and woodworking shops to the campus. Westminster College ultimately closed in 1950, and after they closed, the Congregational Methodist Church purchased the campus, and they moved their Dallas-based Bible school to Tehuacana in 1953. And it operated as a 2-year junior college until 1972, when that school relocated to Mississippi. In 1977, an Austin book dealer and publisher named John Jenkins purchased the property in Tehuacana with the goal of restoring and preserving the beautiful campus as a retreat center and event venue. And this became known as the Jenkins University Project. Preservationists Don Rhodes and Mike Wolfe relocated to Tehuacana to spearhead the restoration efforts, which included significant repairs to the historic campus buildings. But despite these efforts, a full restoration of Texas Hall wasn't possible before John Jenkins' death in 1989. In 1991, the property was then acquired by the Trinity Institute, which was a Christian study and retreat center founded by theology professor Dr. James Parker. The Trinity Institute occupied the Tehuacana campus for over 30 years, and they made improvements to its buildings when possible and continued its role as a place of reflection and learning. Now, as of August 2025, Preservation Texas is under contract to purchase the 10-acre College Hill campus in Tehuacana, which includes the following historic buildings. Texas Hall, which is one of the largest and most significant unrestored 19th century buildings in the state. For nearly 150 years, Texas Hall has housed classrooms, offices, libraries, and laboratories. It's featured history and art exhibits and has hosted thousands of events in its auditorium. However, in more recent years, this massive building has suffered from deferred maintenance, and a major roof collapse in 2021 has left the building dangerous and it's unusable in its current state. Next is Louisiana Hall, which is a 3-story frame building that was built circa 1912 as the Westminster College Women's Dorm. It contains multiple parlors, a dining hall, a commercial kitchen, as well as 14 bedrooms and communal bathroom facilities. As an aside, the building was used as the filming location for a 1973 horror film called Don't Look in the Basement. Today, although it is in need of some repairs, Louisiana Hall remains in relatively good and usable condition and maintains its historic and structural integrity. Next, the wooden gymnasium, which was built by Westminster College in 1933 with funds that were raised by the students. Some of the building materials that were used in the gym's construction were actually salvaged from a former men's dormitory building that was deconstructed. That's pictured here. Today, the gym still retains a high degree of its historic integrity. Next, the barracks and workshop. In 1947, Westminster College acquired some surplus barracks from nearby Camp Mahia, which was a German prisoner of war camp during World War II. And using materials from the barracks, they constructed a building that housed a workshop, student union, and apartments on campus, which still remains today. Around 1977, a long screen porch was added to the south facade to provide some outdoor living space. A couple other structures that are included in the sale are the circa 1930 bungalow, which was acquired by John Jenkins in 1977, as well as a circa 1960 barn at the rear of the campus, which was likely constructed from salvaged materials and used for storage. All of these properties are being acquired by Preservation Texas to become the home of the Preservation Texas Institute. The development of the Institute will be our flagship project as we prepare for the Texas Bicentennial in 2036. This initiative will be anchored by the restoration of Texas Hall, a landmark structure of statewide importance. Although it is severely deteriorated with a partially collapsed roof, it still retains a remarkable amount of its original material. Its restoration will also include the installation of the existing reconstructed bell tower atop the building, pictured here, which was sponsored by the Westminster College Alumni Association. Beyond Texas Hall, other campus buildings will also require stabilization and repair work. Ultimately, the Preservation Texas Institute will offer an ideal environment for learning, discovery, and hands-on experience. Students and professionals alike will find opportunities to explore a range of Texas heritage, from historic cemeteries and freedom colonies to folk art, stoneware, and vernacular architecture. Residency programs at the Institute will give historians, architects, artists, advocates, and others the time and space to create substantial work, including books, articles, presentations, exhibits, and similar projects, while benefiting from the Institute's resources. In addition, exhibitions throughout the campus will showcase the history of Tehuacana and the campus itself, as well as broader themes in Texas architecture and material culture, drawing from collections from across the state. The Institute will also have a library housed in Texas Hall's historic 4th-floor Literary Society room, which will offer an inspiring atmosphere for research and reflection with sweeping views of the surrounding countryside. Here, Texas books, manuscripts, maps, photographs, and archival materials will be collected, safeguarded, and made available for research purposes. Lastly, Texas Hall will also house the Preservation Texas Hall of Fame, a permanent tribute to the people and organizations whose work has led to the preservation of our state's historic resources and cultural heritage over the last century. We know that the vision for the Institute is bold and that the task of restoring College Hill is daunting, but this opportunity is truly once in a generation. We invite you to join us in this historic endeavor and become part of a project that will shape the future of preservation in Texas. To explore the site's history further, learn more about our vision for the Institute, discover ways to get involved, and also make a tax-deductible contribution, please visit savetexashall.org.